In my restless dreams, I see that town. You promised you'd take me there again someday. But you never did. Well, I'm alone there now. In our special place. Waiting for you.
What is up YouTube, it's your boy SmackNPie here and welcome to our 5th annual, let me repeat myself, 5th annual. To put that into perspective, we've been doing this since COVID, bro. Let that sink in, bro. 5th annual. It's the Spooky Game Awards. Yes, we went through a lot of branding changes, name change and whatnot. And this year we're doing a little bit laid back. There's a lot of stuff that was planned. There were a lot of guests that were planned to be on this show, to present awards and whatnot. But because of the timing issue, we almost didn't do this show this year, but because there were some things that had to happen this year, and that's why we are here. Also, if you have noticed, there's no FNAF, well, anything related to FNAF other than the nominee for the FNAF Help Wanted 2 in the Best VR Horror Game section. Other than that, we are not involving FNAF whatsoever, because last year for our Fandom Game Awards and the Fandom Game Fest this year, earlier this year, we got in some legal trouble specifically related to the freaking frog of the Lincoln Luck, which is the FNAF fan game, or which are FNAF fan games, so we're staying away from that until we figure out what to do with that. Also, I announced this on my Twitter a couple of days back that there was a book giveaway. It was a digital copy of the Moloch Archives House of Mischief, the first Dark Deception book. We will announce the winner for that at the end of this show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. There are a lot of people who also, it's gonna be digital, not the physical, digital, and it's only for the US. One more thing that I want to mention is that this could be our last Game Awards show. Possible, I don't know. But we're going to come back to it at the end of this event. And one more thing, before you guys say anything related to the Q&A that has already happened yesterday, because I'm recording this before the Q&A premieres. I'm recording this on the 30th, and the show premieres one day later on 31st. And the Q&A happens today for me on the 30th. I don't know if anything major was revealed, because Vince was hyping that Q&A to reveal something major. So if anything happened, and I wouldn't know. So chill out in the comments on the right and in the comments down below as well. You don't have to correct me if I get anything wrong. So yeah, Chapter 5 drops next year. It's gonna be a massive year for us Dark Deception fans. There's so much Super Dark Deception and whatnot. Again, we're gonna come all of this at the end of this event. 2025 is gonna be litty. 100K goal. Shout out to y'all, the developers, fans, Vincent Levin, Glowstick Entertainment, and everybody, every developer. So without wasting any more time, boys, I have yapped enough. Let's start officially the Spooky Game Awards 2024 with the bang, bro. With a bang. This is a banger trailer. Watch this. The developer wanted me to keep this as a surprise, so I didn't announce anything related to it. This is gonna surprise. We got a ton of surprise trailers today. This is first of them. Here we go. Let's do this. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, this game is alive, and the first time I got this in my, inbox, I was so happy because I thought the game was probably gonna get cancelled, but a whole year after the first reveal, we got another brand new trailer for Dark Deception Backrooms by EgorUnde. Remember, this won the most anticipated Dark Deception fan game award last year, so I'm so excited for this game. This is gonna be litty as a berry. Remember, there's an official Backrooms film in development, so this game, no matter how long it takes, it's gonna be tight when it drops. But let's start handing out some awards because this is an award show after all. The first category, ladies and gentlemen, is the creative content. We removed Bendy from this list, only added Dark Deception creative content fan stuff, and here were the nominees. Possible gameplays by Marshall. They have stepped up big time doing the Super Dark Deception 2D possible gameplay. Really fun, check it out, link will be in the description. Dark Deception Hell Mod by JM Death Punch. And Dark Star Animation on YouTube by Charmaine0908. And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, voted by y'all. And I gotta apologize in advance because it was very close, but by the time we closed the entries, because the 29th was the last deadline for this, the winner for the creative content in the Dark Deception community this year, brace yourselves ladies and gentlemen, Possible Gameplays by Marshall. This was a massive upgrade. Ever since the release of Super Dark Deception, the Possible Gameplay scene, it was just upgraded completely by Marshall. They were already doing some insane arts, fan arts of Dark Deception and all that other stuff in our community, but then they stepped up and released the Possible Gameplay for Super Dark Deception Chapter 2. I will post all the links and the playlist down in the description below. We got some more stuff related to that. Speaking of which, congratulations Marshall for that, but speaking of which, here's a sneaky peeky into their part 2 thingy of Possible Gameplay Super Dark Deception. Check it out, link for their YouTube channel will be in the Here we go.
Seems that it won't be that easy to finish you off. You will stay here forever, under my control, like another purposeless puppet. That's all you are, and all you will ever be. Your soul is mine, puppet.
Insane, bro. Do check it out. Link will be in the description. We cannot wait to see what they bring more creative stuff to these possible gameplays. But I told y'all that this is not just for the fan games. It's for other stuff outside fan games as well. One of the things that I really like are these Roblox horror games, specifically made by 1 or 2 developers. This next is, well, it caught my eye and I really wanted to showcase. You know what? Check it out.
Oh, cara, where are you, son? Come out, whatever you are. You know you can trust us. Ah, there you are. Oh, don't worry. It's just anesthetic. Just relax and let us take good care of you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, The Unusual Zoo, Chapter 2, as the developer said that it's an original Roblox horror game. The story is you are a night guard working in an abandoned zoo which has big plans to return to its former glory. Your job is simple: make sure no one gets inside until the zoo is ready to get on the stage again. Simple, right? Well, everything will change once your boss calls you to give you your first task. And I don't know why they put the wink emoji at the end. Why did they do that? The developer, chill out with that, chill out with that. But yeah, link will be in the description for you to check out the previous stuff, and for the developers as well. This is looking, it's looking decent, and I always am up for these Roblox titles. Some of them stand out, some of them, are brushed aside and whatnot. But yeah, you will be seeing some of the gameplay from this on your screen as we speak. I'll put the whole thingy magic down in the description below. But we are taking too much time, ladies and gentlemen. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is the most anticipated Bendy fan game. Here are the nominees: BendyRunner by SirUntouchable, or Sub. They just like to go by Sub now. Shift in the Master's Pen. Yes, I know it's a Bendy X Darkness game, but a Bendy fan game nonetheless. And Gent, Legacy of Darkness. And y'all were very vocal about this. I didn't even have to. Y'all were very vocal about this, and it makes sense too. Bendy fan games are about to step up big time. The winner for the most anticipated Bendy fan game, no brainer, BendyRunner by SirUntouchable, or Sub. They like to go by Sub now. Congratulations, Sub, for winning the most anticipated Bendy fan game. Speaking of which, I know some of y'all were actually waiting for the first gameplay reveal, because a lot of fans have seen some stuff and they were like, bro, how is this game gonna feel like? How is this game gonna look like? How's it gonna play when we actually play? Well, I was fortunate enough, and this event was fortunate enough, to be given the official first gameplay reveal for BendyRunner. Bro, enough yapping. Check this out. Insane. Oh my god. I told y'all, ladies and gentlemen. SirUntouchable, or Sub, They don't play. They don't mess around. Quality, bro. Quality. BendyRunner is looking phenomenal. Ever since the reveal of BendyRunner, I've always had my eye on it because of sub. And just because, you know, it's a Bendy fan game, we have a very... I wouldn't say less Bendy fan games. We are getting more Bendy fan games, as you will see throughout this event as well, but there's not many that can be said as a proper fan game. More onto that in just a second. But yeah, link will be in the description. Congratulations to Subbright for all the massive hype and anticipation and all the love that, you know, Sub is getting for BendyRunner. I know the game is not out yet, but I'm sure it will, when it drops, it will be a banger. So link will be in the description for their stuff as well. But next, let's go a little bit into a little bit weird side. Check this out. I don't even know how to explain this. Check it out. Yep, what you saw is the upcoming 1.4 version for the game. It's gonna bring a total of 10 new roster enemies, 2 of which were shown in the trailer. The developer here explained, Clockman, the guy in the missing texture clothes is the protagonist you control in the game. This update brings 10 new enemies, rework of the skin selection menu, building expansion, massive optimization changes, and more lore elements, bringing light on lots of mysteries, answering many questions that were around in the community for a while. We showed this I believe a couple events back, but yeah, I'm really excited for this. Finally, we'll check it out because Duke Hauser is involved. And yeah, a link will be in the description for you to check out if you are interested. But next one, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to the awards category. It's a big one. Category number 3, the best survival horror game. Not fan game, horror game. Yep, we're branching out of our own. Here are the nominees. Populated Chapter 3. Yep, it dropped this year. Silent Hill 2 Remake. Still Wakes the Deep. Hollow Body. And Crow Country. It's gonna be a tough one. I cannot wait to see what you guys vote. And the winner for the best survival horror game is none other and no-brainer, Silent Hill 2 Remake. There was literally nothing compared to the experience that was Silent Hill 2 Remake. Insanity. Insanity. After decades of the original, fans were thinking, hey, this might not hit the same. It not just hit, it exceeded expectations. Beyond expectations of the wild fans and wild and passionate fans of the Silent Hill community. And Bloober team, they cemented themselves as someone who knows and understands and put effort and care into making this remake a success and a great experience for those who never knew about Silent Hill. Silent Hill is important to us for us Star Recipient fans as well, because Silent Hill is a part of the Monsters and More, crossover and whatnot. So technically, in a distant non-canon universe of, Dark Deception, Silent Hill 2 exists. Silent Hill as an IP, it exists. So yeah, congratulations, Silent Hill 2 Remake! Bluebird team, well done. Well, up next, ladies and gentlemen, well, just check it out.
A tree stood split with a hidden mark, where shadows stirred and skies turned dark. Through rusted pipes where waters flowed, she met the chained man, truth bestowed.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the only thing I can tell you is that go to the link in the description. Ask Hyper Inkling or Hyper Salt yourself, because the only thing I know, it's a found footage. And it's a 5-episode found footage series on their channel. That's it. It looks so polished. I'm here for it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the kind of stuff I'm here for, ladies and gentlemen. This is the kind of stuff I love talking about. So yeah, do check it out. Link will be in the description. It's an original series. It's not a sequel or a prequel to anything related to anything. So you know I love those original creative ideas stuff. So shout out to Hypersalt or Hyper Inkling. Their YouTube channel, link will be in the description. Check it out when it drops. Let's keep the theme going, ladies and gentlemen. Developer Oski, well, they have something interesting to share.
Are you struggling financially, or maybe you just lost your job? Worry not, because Pioneer Entertainment is looking for some new employees, as you can read from the newest article written by the company.
That's a pretty big building. Looks like the commercials weren't lying after all.
Joe, I really don't want to scare you, but something's not right.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, Hide Time by the developers Midnight Games. Hide Time Chapter 1 return to the freaking spotlight. They didn't say spot, freaking, I said freaking, so it's a return to the spotlight. It's an original horror game by the developer Oski and the team. Yep, the whole team has been making this game. The developer behind Henry's Son and the Games, the DLC. I loved their art style, and I loved the art style here. Probably one of my favorite trailers of this entire event. I'm here for it. It's an original horror title, and I don't know if by the time this event premieres the game will be out. If it is out, if it isn't even out, the link will still be in the description regardless. If it is out, you can play it for yourself. If it's not out, you can wishlist it. The link will be in the description. I will be checking out the game myself. Why? Because it's an original horror title. Whenever a developer goes from making a fan game to an original horror stuff, I'm always here for that. I'm always there to support these developers. So I'm here for it. Y'all should be here for it as well. High Time, link with the description. Check out Midnight Games. Hell yeah. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the freaking frog of the Lincoln Luck, which is Dark Deception fan games. Check this one out.
Well. Look what Beer's brought in. Another pitiful mortal soul desperately trying to redeem himself. I can assure you that this will be your final stop. Lowly criminals like you do not deserve redemption. You are our prisoner now, and we will ensure that you suffer here. You are a dead man walking.
Jailhouse Justice voice reveal. Do you know how long I have been waiting for any update from this fan game? But here we are, Dark Rider Games. This was the Shadow Guard voice reveal, and the game is in development. The things have been just a little bit busy, just like everybody else for the developers as well. So MrMister, one of our community members and one of the ambassadors for Dark Deception, at this point a colleague of mine, I guess, is the one doing the voice for Shadow Guard and the editing as well. So the plan is to release the first part of the level, the intro sequence in Zone 1, as a demo, and then slowly they'll release the full level once the entire thing is done. So we hope that it gets developed soon, so make sure you tell these developers, hey yo, work on it. So when the hype and anticipation and excitement is there, they'll work on it, it will drop. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. In the next category, yeah, we're getting back to the awards, it's an award show after all, is the category for the best Monsters and Mortals mod. Here are the nominees. Just Another Mod by RyGuy and the team. Cult of Foxy by Crash and the team. Winter Mod by RyGuy. And Bird Up Mod by Imposter. Why? This was last year. Why did we add that in, bro? Why not? It's Bird Up Mod, bro. Garden of Peak? Hell yeah. And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, for the best Monsters and Mortals mod, there hasn't been much Monsters and Mortals mod, and I think it's probably because of the fact that there hasn't been much content officially for Monsters and Mortals. That will change come 2025. But the winner, ladies and gentlemen, is Just Another Mod by RyGuy and the Co. It's important to mention that as well. Basically, a mod that adds more modded skins, sound effects, environments, UI, and it's the one that I'm using at the moment as well, and it's just a phenomenal polishing. The skins and whatnot, it just adds a flavor and adds more polish. So yeah, you can download it, link will be in the description. Speaking of Monsters and Mortals, we got some crazy mods, starting with this one.
You're my puppet now, mortal.
Might want to check your game progress.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, Cult of Foxy mod by Crash and Co. It's important to add that there are multiple people who worked on this, but yeah, Cult of Foxy mod. And by the way, this was the first trailer by Crash themselves, so a shout out to them for making a great trailer. But yeah, basically, it has characters who are a big part of the Monsters and Mortals community, so you can check out if it interests you, you can download it. Okay, time for another trailer.
Project Joy Kill is now initiated. Constructor. Joy Kill unit completed. Have a joy day.
Dark Deception Hell mod for the base Dark Deception game, not Monsters and Mortals. Base Dark Deception game. I mean, I'm here for anything that is added to the base Dark Deception game. Hell yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Just to tell you some of the things that are added in this mod, the monsters have their own unique, disturbing custom textures. All the fog, post-processing, and skylight settings have been modified in every stage from monkey level all the way to barely buried. Every texture you see in all the chapters has been edited to look more dirty and disturbing. It feels like you're literally in the hell. All the audio has been edited to fit the atmosphere from the Ch5 and so much more. I'll put the link in the description for you to download the mod, for you to check out all the things that are added in this mod. And yes, it will be finally time for me to play chapters 1 to 4 with this mod, because it is actually one of the really cool additions addition to the base Dark Deception game, and it has been a while since we've done anything related to base Dark Deception game, so this will be up next. So shout out to JM Death Punch, link will be in the description, check it out. Hell yeah. Okay, so I was just setting up for this event, right? And I get this message, and this trailer, like, when I saw this, I could not believe. It's something that I've always wanted but never publicly admitted. So you know what? I'll come back after you see this trailer, because once I saw the trailer, bro, I could not contain my excitement. I was jumping, bro. And I'm reminded why I'm still in this community. I'm reminded why I love doing these kind of events, why I love Dark Deception, horror game, indie horror in general. I'm not exaggerating. Check this out. One of my all-time dreams. It's not a good dream to have, but one of my dream crossovers have always been Doki Doki Literature Club, because it's one of my favorite, it's my favorite visual novel of all time, but from a game's perspective, there are better visual novels in general. I'm talking about like horror gaming wise, one of the best visual novels I've had. I've played many visual novels, in case you guys are still wondering. And by the way, check out a manga called Blame. It's an insane, well, you gotta check that out. But coming back to Doki Doki Literature Club, the fact that there's finally a mod for Doki Doki Literature Club, it's coming soon. It's not official, but Doki Doki Literature Club and Dark Deception. That's all I've wanted. King Orange Stick, Bones, one a big part of our community. RyGuy, Bon Fazbear. I know I'm still playing your Ultimate Custom Night. The video is coming soon, sometime in 2025 hopefully. And Cool Cat 5G. Some of the elite members of our community is working on this mod. So yeah. This trailer was phenomenal. I've seen some of the thingies in work, and let me tell you, bro, some of the models, that's all I'm gonna say, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, this is 100% locked. The day it drops, I will be here playing it. Enough yapping, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move to the next category, and it is indie horror game. Best indie horror game of 2024. Here are the nominees.
Poppy Playtime, Chapter 3. Mouthwashing, incredible. Amanda the Adventurer 2. Hollow Body. And Crow Country.
Yep, very crowded one, and the Best Indie Horror Game Award goes to Mouthwashing by Wrong Organ. Such a wild name for the company that has made a game called Mouthwashing. And the shout out to the publisher Critical Reflex as well. But let's move on to some original horror games. Since we are at the topic of indie horror game and mouthwashing, here's the trailer that caught my attention. And actually, I got an email from the developers themselves. Yeah, bro, check it out. you can tell that we're at the point in the event that things have picked up pace and it's getting serious, ladies and gentlemen. Ayasa Shadows of Silence by the developers Aya Games, and the game is currently slated for second quarter of 2025. I'm always up for these kind of Little Nightmare-esque style games, but this is a bit different. It's looking very high quality, not another clone. The art style, I'm there for it. Some of the animation could use a little bit polish, but the atmosphere is nice. I like that. The soundtrack is there. I think we could work just a little bit more on the animation, and it would polish the experience from what we've seen so far really, really well. But yeah, Ayasa Shadows of Silence is one of my, well, it has become one of my most anticipated indie horror games next year, alongside Little Nightmares 3 and Reanimal, if that is still coming next year. But yeah, it's looking phenomenal. I love indie horror games. I love horror games, bro. I love horror. Let's do this, bro. Now, the next thing that we're about to show you is mostly just a soundtrack, but let's talk about it. Now, I think since we're in the 5th annual, I used to do this back when we were in our first year or the second year, but Aiden, the demon, they've been with us since the first event. So whatever they cook, even if it's just a soundtrack, I gotta show it, okay? It's an OST teaser. When do you hear things like this? OST teaser? But yeah, it's a game called The Wendigo, and I got some information about it. Your name is Alec Baker, a former investigator who has been trying to find out what has been happening in some national park straight in the state of Washington for about 32 years now. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, they didn't say that. They didn't have that. That's plagiarism from me, from Mission Impossible, but they said your mission, find out who has been kidnapping these people from camping grounds and cabins, but always keep your eyes open. You may never expect what might come out of these woods at night. Let's move on to the next category, and that is the most anticipated Dark Deception fan game. Here are the nominees: Dark Deception Backrooms by EgorUnde, Reaper Reality by Mason, Dark Deception Racing, aka Kart Game, by Zetarite, Dark Deception Gregory Horror Show, Shift in the Master's Pen, and Dark Disillusion Chapter 3. I know you guys are gonna be vocal on this, and the winner, ladies and gentlemen, Dark Disillusion Chapter 3. It is no surprise. It is no. If I show you the voting, it's like a majority of voting went to Dark Disillusion Chapter 3 and a little bit on the other one as well. But yeah, congratulations, and I'm really hyped and excited for Dark Disillusion Chapter 3. Continuing this, ladies and gentlemen, we got a trailer for something that I've showed in my last year event. I believe they have made a return, and I'm here for it, ladies and gentlemen. I love it.
Your daughter used to play games and create worlds to express herself, didn't she? Now the demon has created this world just for you to play a game of his very own. See those floating bits of crystal? Those are soul shards. Gather them all, and the ring piece will be yours. Go on, love. Your next nightmare awaits. Are you ready? There's no turning back now.
SirUntouchable, they are back, ladies and gentlemen, with the Minecraft Deception. Y'all don't know how excited, my excitement level is so high for this game. Even back when it was dropped, I believe it was Fandom Game Fest, but I'm not sure. But I'm really into Minecraft and Dark Deception. Anything Minecraft X, the things I'm passionate about, like Cyberpunk or Silent Hill, I'm there for it. But the worst part is, I used to have Minecraft on my Xbox. I don't have that Xbox with me anymore, so I never got Minecraft on PC. Matter of fact, I've never played Minecraft. What the Don't tell anyone, bro. Does that disqualify me from talking about it? I don't know. But if I were to get Minecraft, it would be for this one specific. I'm not capping, like it would be this one specifically. I've seen so many Dark Deception X Minecraft stuff, and the only two that I've made that literally looks like a genuine experience, like a genuine fan game and not just maps that you can explore, is from, of course, SirUntouchable, Minecraft Deception, and there's another one from Kreenox. Their stuff is also not just map, but you can, not just exploration, but you actually get to play in their map as well, like power stuff. But this is like the most advanced and high quality Dark Deception Minecraft literal game that you can play, because it has enemies, AIs, abilities. So yeah, bro, shout out to them, SirUntouchable. Link will be in the description. Minecraft Deception. Let's do the Shrikta. The Great Ape 1463, they have returned, ladies and gentlemen. Deception of Fate by Silver Gear Studios. Let me tell you something. This trailer brought me back to the best days of Dark Deception. That was before Chapter 4, when we used to have a lot of fan games, very small, short experience fan games. And amongst them were, of course, the goated Reaper Nurses and Subrike and their Torment Therapy fan games, their Barely Buried fan games. And bro, this takes me back to that Torment Therapy fan game with Bichach Matron, bro, that giant matron model chasing you, running after you. That Torment Therapy fan game was phenomenal by Reaper Nurses, right? Here we are with Deception of Fate, and it brings me to it literally reminds me of the best of Dark Deception community. The gameplay looks so smooth, and the way everything is designed, it just takes me, because it is literally a hospital, it literally takes me back to that Torment Therapy, and my excitement for Torment Therapy was insane. So yeah, Doctor is here. Deception of Fate is going strong. The rebranding, everything looks so phenomenal from the I've actually played this game, by the way, I believe the first time this game dropped. This has changed completely. Like, the environments are completely different. Great Ape 1463, just know that if there's one person out there, that is me, by the way, that appreciate what you're doing here. And I would be, by the way, to every developers who ever sends me these trailers, please, when your game drops, please send me a DM, send me the link, because half the time I go around and I have to search and I can't find these game links. So every time you guys release a Dark Deception fan game or all the trailers, please, when your game drops, do send me a link. But let's move on to the next trailer. It's not a trailer, it is a trailer but not a fan game. Let me check it out. So yeah, Tiny Deception, they've made a return, but this time in form of a kinda sorta possible gameplay. Recording gameplay from Minecraft and then recreating it in Unreal Engine. So yeah, link in the description. I'm really looking forward to these guys. If they have stepped up from just the normal days of having a picture, now it's more than just a picture, it's actually a full-blown concept that we're seeing. So yeah, these Dark Deception fan games, they are stepping up big time, but I'm really yapping today. But yeah, let's move on to the next category, and that is Bendy Fan Game of the Year. Okay, so this one was a little bit controversial. Not controversial, most likely just some discussion and discourse surrounding the type of Bendy fan games that we had. I mean, still, it's more than we got last year, but there are still some questions surrounding, you know, some of the qualities of the Bendy fan games that we had this year. I would say, hey, the fact that there's more quantity, it's eventually going to lead to more quality, you know. When we look at FNAF, there's a huge, giant gap between FNAF and Dark Deception fan games. And there's this even bigger gap between both of them and Bendy. But Bendy's slowly catching up. I believe one day it will catch up to Dark Deception level of fan games. And then, hopefully, Dark Deception and Bendy fan games both catch up to the level, even surpass FNAF. It sounds unlikely at the moment, but with Bendy movie coming soon and Chapter 5 coming next year, I believe the community will only grow from here. But yeah, these are the nominees.
Sock and the Dark Revenge, Out of the Ink Machine, Henry's Son, Inky Ruins, this is the DLC, and finally, Bendy Lost in the Madness, Chapter 0.
The winner for Bendy Fan Game of the Year is none other than Sock and the Dark Revenge, first revealed here in a couple of our events. I am so happy for the freaking developer. Matter of fact, here's the trailer, check it out.
I can't remember my name anymore. Every day I try to remember who I am, but I can't seem to do it. Today is one of those days. It's time to go on the dangerous journey again, with a Sock and the Dark Revenge. It's only getting worse.
I thought I was the only person in the studio. Please help me! My name is Jacob.
Welcome back, Tyler.
Please help me.
So yeah, Sock and the Dark Revenge. Do check it out. It's an experience, bro. But a Bendy fan game nonetheless. No, it really, trust me, when you play the game yourself, it's a genuine experience, and I cannot wait to see Bendy fan games develop far more than what they are at the moment. Then, ladies and gentlemen, up next is a double back-to-back trailer. Check it out.
Nobody outdoes the Butcher Gang and gets away with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you saw by Scribbly Out of the Ink Machine, Lazarus Day, and Sent From Above. So, Out of the Ink Machine, Lazarus Day is a fan game of a mod of Bendy. It is currently the only fan-made Chapter 2 to the mod. It seeks out to tell an extension of Chapters 2's original story, featuring characters like Projectionist and Alice Angel, like you saw in the trailer. And Sent From Above is a simpler, endless Bendy fan game where you take care of Alice Angel, like you saw in the trailer. You feed her, you keep her happy and protect her from threats approaching the location. It was planned to release this Christmas. So links will be in the description, ladies and gentlemen. Fan games are going, yeah, some of them mods and whatnot, but they're trying to be different, and they're actually trying to go out of the bubble, and slowly but surely they will get there, like we saw with BendyRunner. Now with Sent From Above and Out of the Ink Machine, Lazarus Day, well, they will only become more than that. So yeah, we've already seen BendyRunner, Sock and Dark Revenge, and now Sent From Above, Out of the Machine. That's 4 that I've counted that are quality stuff. So yeah, great job guys, keep going, we are here for it. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is Best VR Horror Game. This year here were the nominees: FNAF Help Wanted 2 VR, Madison VR, Phasmophobia VR, and Resident Evil 4 VR. Phenomenal game. And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, Resident Evil 4 VR. It actually got a little bit closer with FNAF Help Wanted 2, the gameplay experience, and it's just a different experience altogether. Speaking of VR, ladies and gentlemen, this next trailer, okay, we've talked about this in the games to feature, but yeah, bro, absolute jaw-dropping events coming up. Yup, ladies and gentlemen, Minecraft Mascots by MrMister and Co. They are back, ladies and gentlemen. The hype, the excitement, the anticipation is through the roof for this project. Not just that, bro. You saw at the end of the trailer, they said VR and a multiplayer trailer is coming soon. Bam on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, is the multiplayer clip that they've shared with us, and it looks insane, bro. We got multiple POVs. It is looking like a genuine experience, ladies and gentlemen. It looks funny as well, but it looks so much fun, and it looks great to have something like this in a multiplayer for the artistic community in a map that looks phenomenal. Like, yeah, there's a solo experience that you can play in the Minecraft Mascot, which is going to be phenomenal, but then there's also multiplayer because it ties in with the Minecraft and whatnot. Mind you, at the end of the day, it's a multiplayer game and whatnot. We get to have that, a multiplayer experience of fan game. Yes, bro, hell yeah, when it drops, we're going to have some sessions together, myself and you guys. We're going to play some of games here. We're going to make it so much fun, so make sure to join the Discord server, link in the description. Check this out, bro, just check it out.
initiated.
I almost became emotional, ladies and gentlemen, at the moment you're seeing the VR poster on your screen. For a longest time, I've had a VR headset with me, and I've been waiting for this, but the hiatus caused me, and because I've played many games and there weren't many coming, and it was just sitting on my shelf, I was like, I can just, why do I still have this? Maybe I'll get it in a few years time when there's Dark Deception VR. So I sold it, ladies and gentlemen. Currently I don't have a VR headset, and then they dropped this, bro. It looks so freaking cool. The experience looks so much good. Yeah, they kind of ruined it at the end when they added Pig in there, but me saying it, they ruined it? No, they did not ruin it. They only heightened the experience. But I'm gonna get my hands on that. I'm calling the guy to whom I sold my VR to and be like, hey, I need to play this game. Can you please lend me my VR bag? I'll give it back to you after playing. But no, seriously. Minecraft Mascots in VR. Our first Dark Deception VR experience. I could not be more excited. I could not be more happy. MrMister and team, they've been not only just as an ambassador, but also a genuine member of the community. They are up there as one of the most important community members. But yeah, bro, I've yapped enough about this. Let's move on to the next one. This is a horror game that I have been looking forward to for a very long time, but the game dropped a couple months ago. Check it out.
Missing child.
Tormenture is a psychological horror game where you play as a child trapped in a cursed 8-bit game with a dark secret. To survive, you must find 4 relics, solve reality blurring puzzles, but beware, some creatures may skip the game and haunt you in the real world. A game within a game. It's kind of like a mixture of Duck Season, but not VR. It's kind of like Shipwrecked, but more so like more open and whatnot. But yeah, the mixture of 8-bit and real world stuff is phenomenal. It is phenomenal, bro. I've had my eye on it for so long, and I know the game is already out, but I really want you guys to play this. And there is a secret Pac-Man game in there, so hey, it matches with our Dark Deception as well. And some of the jump scares in here will literally will give you nightmares. It's spooky, bro. It's a genuinely terrifying experience. One I will not recommend to kids, but one I will recommend to big kids, adults like us. But let's move on. Giveaway time. I told you in the beginning of the video that we'll be giving away 1 Dark Deception bug digital on Play Store for US only. Malik Archives House of Mischief. I asked you guys on Twitter to enter the giveaway. I've been asked on my both SmackNPie and the Spooky Game Awards. So here's the winner, ladies and gentlemen, for the giveaway. It's a fair thing. I didn't hand-picked. I put all the thingies in the spinning thingy, and it was picked at random. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Kobito Studios 7. At Kobito Studio 7, open your DMs. You will get the code that you can put in the Play Store to get the thingy. Again, it's a US only. If that doesn't work out, then I'll pick somebody else. So hey, congratulations. Now we're getting on the last portion of our show. This is what I call the main event, and I want to start with a trailer that I've been looking forward to ever since the Fandom Game Fest, because ever since the reveal of the, well, not the Fandom Game Fest, but ever since the reveal of this game, I've had my eye on it. I'll come back to it. I've just had a whole yapping session about how Bendy games are evolving. This right here is what I should have put up there. Shift in the Master's Pen. Yes, it's a crossover fan game between Bendy and Dark Deception, but not to mention, yes, it's taken Dark Deception gameplay elements, but it is a Bendy first, Dark Deception second. I mean, sure, you could say because gameplay is like, but you know what I'm trying to say here. You could easily advertise this as a Bendy fan game, X Dark Deception fan game, but a Bendy fan game nonetheless. The quality from the last time we saw has increased, and there is a big team now involved in the making of this fan game. And early 2025 is the goal for Chapter 1. So RyGuy and Co. cooking insanity, bro, insanity. I'm so excited for 2025 because 2025, generally speaking, sometimes yes, we over-exaggerate about these kind of stuff, but looking at the lineup that we had today so far on the Dark Deception fan games, but also Chapter 5 is coming soon, quality filled 2025. I know for a fact that come December 2025, we'll be looking back and we'll be like, wow, what a year we had. So yeah, Shift in the Master's Pen. Link will be in the description. Now, it is time for some Chapter 5 theories. That's a good segue, ladies and gentlemen. I asked you guys on my YouTube community tab if you've been following me on some of my videos, as it was suggested by his Jazzy J Club, that we are doing a theory session here. I will post a topic, and you guys will theorize, and the most liked comments and theories will be featured in the show. Here we are. Now the question was, what do you think will happen in the canon ending of Dark Deception Chapter 5? Feel free to name surviving characters, how will or if Doug Hauser / Peters will die, and what about Hauser family? Will Doug Hauser finally find redemption? Will he sacrifice himself for his daughter, for his wife, for his family? If so, how? By the way, you can actually share your theories in a live chat as well as the description comments. Description comments, that's a new one, but description, again, did I say that? Comments down below. But yeah, the most liked comment was Capivara Gamer 0907. They said Beers will be WW enemy. The WW here is the Wicked Ways level. It's the 13th level, and they said they believe that the Blob is actually a Wicked Ways enemy. So the Blob they think is Wicked Ways enemy, but Beers will be the main enemy of that level. They said Beers will use Doug Hauser's worst nightmares against him. It will be the first boss, and it will be a very big boss fight, not just a mini boss. After Don't Call Me Helen, the title of the OST, the final boss against Beers will happen, and after the fight, Doug Hauser, the main protagonist, will not kill Beers. Doug won't kill Beers. Malak will. He will be defeated in Fear Fortress, that we're talking about in Fear Fortress, but he will survive. Maybe Agatha will kill her. Now that will be a good one because the story will come full circle for what Beers had done to Agatha in the real world. They go on to say Doug Hauser will finally get his wish, but he won't use it. It will be Tammy's wish. Now the wish that they're talking about is the wish that we talked about in chapters 1, in chapters 4, we talked about both wish to Beers and to Malak as well. They won't get a new life. The family will move on, but together. Well, at least Doug and Tammy, I think Elise will die before in Fear Fortress. And we talked about Clarissa Elise Hauser having a similar role to Mira from Evil Within 2, Sebastian's wife. I won't spoil much, but she kind of has a similar thing going on here. But Vince keep mentioning about Clarissa Elise, us not meeting her, well, not in a way we think in Dark Deception Chapter 5, but I think that's more reading in between lines. It's like we're not gonna see her actually, be Clarissa Elise Hauser, but more so in a different way. And I think that's what Capivara Gamer 0907 is referring to. So Clarissa Elise Hauser dying, even in the Dark Realm, I think I back it. Even before, especially before the ending, we're giving Tammy and Doug a chance to defeat this entire thing, and I won't be surprised if Clarissa Elise Hauser has been cooking something major secretly in the Dark Realm for everything to go crazy. I understand Malak will survive 100% because Malak is the ongoing thing. Bro, he's got a whole book about him, a whole series about him, books and whatnot, so he's gonna be an ongoing thing. But for a fact that a lot of things are going against Malik, especially his reputation in the Dark Realm because of Doug Hauser. I think Doug Hauser alone is not sufficient enough to cause that disruption. Multiple distractions and multiple people, such as Clarissa Elise Hauser, Tammy Hauser, and Doug Hauser, fighting against Malik will be the one to cause it. Because Beers, unlike Doug Hauser, she's not like a mortal, right? Mortals are coming here is a different story altogether. Beers has been here for a while, and Malik been dealing with Beers fairly easily. It was only when Doug Hauser got here that Malik, felt like, hey, okay, I need to kind of get involved in here. So I back this theory 100%. But what do you think? Because they ended here saying if you answer in wicked ways, you will get a to be continued screen with a Dark Dism teaser or something like that. So from my question, according to them, Clarissa Elise Hauser will die, Beers will die, Malik will survive, Agatha will survive, Doug Hauser and Tammy will survive. They will get a new life, but they will survive in a different way. That's going to be the canon ending. Understand there are other endings where all of them could die. There are endings where all of them will survive. And one more I wanted to add is from Lunar Flare Studios. They said their prediction is as follows. After completing the Riddle of Heaven, Tammy persuades Doug Hauser to not use it. This is an interesting one. That's the reason why I added this one in here. Saying she wants to be at peace. She forgives him and convinces him to destroy the Riddle of Heaven, killing both Beers and Malik. Again, we're talking about Beers dying one way or another, because this is a Beers arc that will end in this first Dark Deception game. So Beers dying is locked, according to all of us fans. But Lunar Flare Studios added one more line in here that actually is in line with the Dark Deception and Dark Realm. Beers goes to hell. That's a big one. Malik is forced to retreat into the shadows. Even bigger one, because Lunar Flare Studios understands the rules of Dark Deception. And Doug, having redeemed himself, goes to heaven to be with his family. Here I kind of disagree with, because it's a Dark Realm after all. In a way, it's not as clear, cut black and white and whatnot. There's a lot of gray area here, so even though Doug Hauser is on the path to redemption, let's not jump to a conclusion here and saying it just because of what he's done after he lost his family, after committing the things that he has, then doing something like this and by booking a ticket to heaven. I don't know. However, Malik might have a small amount of power left and may use it to rebuild his empire piece by piece. This ending might lead into the sequel. So what I'm getting from these fan theories is that at the end of this game, whatever to be continued and whatnot, it will be presumed that Malik is dead before we get post-credit scene, right? Killing Malik will be the thingy at the end of this game, like killing Beers and Malik. It is 100% locked in from the fans that Beers will turn evil and she will turn against us. We'll use Tammy Hauser's help, kill Beers, even Malik, and Tammy will like, you know what, let me be at peace. I forgive you. You found your redemption. My mom is dead, Clarissa Elise Hauser. You be at peace, me be at peace, let me die. Or let me move on, right? They move on. Whether Doug Hauser in real life passes away, but now he finds Tammy Hauser and they quote-unquote go to heaven, quote-unquote I say. And we think Malik is dead, Beers is dead, the empire has been crumbled and whatnot. But that opens up new opportunities for other demons to take Malik's place. And now the sequel is like to be continued because Malik is still alive, just like FNAF 3 Springtrap. I have been yapping a lot about this, but yeah, that was our Chapter 5 theory time. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? I know I have yapped enough, but yeah, it's time for a trailer. Okay, up next, this goes in line with the theories that we've been saying. This is one of the most different fan games in our Dark Deception community. Check it out.
God, it smells horrible in here.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, ThunderPixelGames, they are back. Rec Deception or Record Deception, a body cam style take on Dark Deception's first chapter. Myself and Developer, we've been back and forth about what we're seeing here in this trailer, and the game is currently up on GameJolt, but it is not done yet. A more recent build has been released. Patching of this game is still in the works, so you can play it yourself. Link will be in the description for the GameJolt. And yeah, I think this can be evolved into a new thing, and the body cam style, I think it should start from like actual Dark Deception body cam and then slowly go beyond just Dark Deception levels and become its own thing with the, you know, of course, Dark Deception gameplay and whatnot and atmosphere and whatnot. But I think going in chapter 2 and 3, completely like ditching Crazy Carnival and whatnot, or even having a new take on these levels, like Crazy Carnival, but a completely different carnival, a completely different take on the clowns. If you can have a new type of monsters within the carnival, I think that's where this should be going next, in my humble personal opinion, because everything is there for this game to work out. But yeah, Rec Deception, as we like to call it, or Record Deception, link will be in the description, check it out for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, the next category is the Mascot Horror Game of the Year. Here are the nominees. Poppy Playtime Chapter 3, Indigo Park, Finding Frankie, Amanda the Adventurer 2, and Don't Fret. Ladies and gentlemen, I know there's going to be discourse surrounding this, so I want to clear the air. It was a tie. At first it was a 3-way tie, then it was a 2-way tie, and then finally one came through. I want to give a shout out to the other two, but the winner for the Mascot Horror Game of the Year, by a very small margin, ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Poppy Playtime Chapter 3. The best mascot horror game of the year. It is a complete experience when put it next to other mascot horror games, but take nothing away from Indigo Park. Take nothing away from Finding Frankie. These are some monumental achievements in our mascot horror community. These are some insane experiences, especially Finding Frankie. Indigo Park is our reminder how to, do a mascot horror game that hits right. It just feels right. And even if you're not a big fan of mascot horror, I guarantee you will still be checking it out. Indigo Park I'm talking about. Like, Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 has done so much so right, and it's just a completely perfect experience, almost perfect experience. There's some things that goes up and down, or not about this, but it seems like they have found their footing of what makes them go beyond just a mascot horror game. And huge congratulations to Mob Entertainment. I know they're all having vacations and whatnot. Huge congratulations to freaking Frog. Of the like I want to continue this before we get to the trailer. I want to continue and talking about mascot a little bit. If you want something in the ballpark, I know Joyville 1 kind of looked like a copycat and whatnot, but Joyville 2 actually stepped up big time, and it actually looks like a genuine upgrade, a changed experience from the first game. It's a massive upgrade from the first and 2. You'll be seeing the trailer on your screen as we speak, so it's a huge jump in quality, and I love the approach from the developers of Joyville, because once Joyville 1 dropped, they kind of took a step back. They went a little bit silent. Yes, there were trailers and teasers and whatnot, but they went silent and they started working on it. They increased the quality, visuals, animations, and then they came bang with a trailer that, it surprised everyone, including myself. I was like, are we sure is this Joyville? Because it looks completely different. Or if you want something more mascotty, Gummy Nightmares from a friend of mine, Baby Zone. I have a soft spot for this game, bro. Gummy Nightmares trailer 3. Here, actually check this trailer out, bro.
very bad feeling about this place.
Surprised to see me?
I don't care what anyone says. It's gummy nightmares, and I am here for it, ladies and gentlemen. Check Joyful, and now here's the game that I wanted to show you all. What Serafini Productions are cooking with BrokenLore follow, it is kinda crazy. There is a demo out right now as we speak. But BrokenLore Follow is a psychological first-person horror game that immerses players in the haunting narrative of Anne as she grapples with the issues of self-acceptance, bullying, worthlessness, while encountering metaphorical surreal creatures that heighten the terror of her journey. Now, these are kind of issues that this generation is having far more than the previous generation. And one more thing I want to add about this is that Follow was developed in collaboration with an actual psychologist, Emanuela Papa, with the goal of accurately and sensitively representing the profound themes of this experience. That's why I kind of stayed away from talking about it, because there are actual professionals in here that have kind of give the thumbs up to this game. So when I say that they can say that it's a story about self-acceptance, bullying, worthlessness, and whatnot, if they're tackling that, they can, because they have someone on board who can give a thumbs up on that. But yeah, as you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, we have entered the final one. This is the final category. What an event this has been. I've been recording this for so long, and it feels like I'm just getting started. But here's the category, the final category, the Dark Deception Fan Game of the Year. Here were the nominees: Retail Rampage, Ominous Overhaul; Dark Disillusion; Pack Deception, a remake of the Pack Deception fan game; H Deception Remastered; and Chaotic Customer Demo. And without shadow of a doubt, without any hassle, the best Dark Deception fan game of the year has been none other than Dark Disillusion. Congratulations. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, to Thingy Lysander, and the team working on Dark Disillusion. Really easily the best Dark Deception fan game experience, a complete experience that you'll have in a very, very long time. And now it has actually garnered a very passionate fan base in and of itself. Really good job. Cannot wait for the third chapter. I know there's been some silence since the chapter, and I like it that way. I like it that way. So yeah, this has been a phenomenal year, and I know for a fact that next year it's gonna be even more competitive. It's gonna be even more quality. Just the trailers that I've shown you and the games that are already in development that will drop later next year. I am here for it. But wow, man, what an event that we had this year. A little bit more positive side compared to 2023. Personally, I've been far more mentally positive side, both for my YouTube as well. Personally, really great. I know I'm wrapping the show up. It's almost a goodbye time. Or is it, ladies and gentlemen? Here's one more thing that I've saved for... Yeah, y'all really thought I'm gonna end it without one more thing? Y'all really thought that? This trailer will take us to the new era of Dark Deception, into the next chapter, which is 2025. Because this is the final trailer that you'll see on our award show, because chapter 5 will be out next year. Check it out.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the developers told me to keep it a surprise so we can surprise y'all. So surprise! There was this one big surprise from the Dark Deception community, Dark Deception community, Dark Disillusion Chapter 3 teaser. Yes, it is happening next year. We cannot wait to see, because if Chapter 2 is anything to go by, Chapter 3 is gonna be nuts. It's gonna be phenomenal. The OSTs are already dropping on their channel. Link will be in the description. I will be here for it, of course, just like the previous chapter. We'll play it day 1 when it drops. These are the kind of games that are locked alongside Chapter 5. For real, this is now time to say goodbye. The reason I say that, because this could be our last event, our last awards game event. If so, thank you so much to everyone who has been part of this show. I'm talking from all the developers back in 2020. 2019 I've started from this. Absolutely humbled. I am. Absolutely humbled. Never thought in a million years that this would go on. And so to do something like this, it's a community effort. And I hadn't realized the impact that the show kind of made. And I know on a small level, but I hadn't realized until I kinda took a step back earlier this year and I said, I'm not doing it this year. You know, told some people around that, hey, I'm not doing the award show this year. And once they came back and reached out and said, hey, even if it's a small show, some of you guys reached out in the community tab and said, even if it's a small show, do it. And that's when I realized I should not be taking these things for granted. And I never take my channel, YouTube channel, the community that we have here, and Dark Deception for granted. Because again, you know, YouTubers keep saying stuff like this, but for me, it's something entirely different. I never seen it. There was a time, I believe, in 2023 where it kind of was like a little bit of headache, other than the times that I've mentioned, with some exceptions, that I felt a headache and whatnot. In fact, I felt more energetic because I was posting videos at my own accord, not but hey, a teaser is I gotta post a video. It actually made some of my viewers annoyed with that kind of strategy and approach, but the way I approached, at least in my last 6 months, actually worked out for me and the viewers as well. So yeah, Chapter 5 is dropping next year, and so much stuff from Glows to Get It Even. Again, the Q&A happened. I don't know what major things were revealed, but I know for a fact that the tweet came out and they said both the Coma 2 DLC and Super Dark Deception Chapter 2 without the voice lines are dropping January 2025. Maybe I'll push a little bit more for Puppy Playtime Chapter 4 videos because it's also coming in January, but who knows. The real goal is 100k, come on. Can't we get 8k in 12 months? Come on. Next year we're also hoping for more diverse videos. Who knows? I've always planned for this channel to have a team, people involved and whatnot, but we'll see. Whatever clicks for me when 2025 drops, whatever clicks for you, for algorithm, healthy for the last 6 months mentally. And yeah, this is gonna be the key in 2025 as well. So see you next year for Chapter 5 playthrough, because that's gonna be my most important video series on the channel, for Super Dark Deception 2, for Coma 2 DLC, and all the stuff that drop House 2. So this is goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. I could not be doing this, and I could not have done this without all of our partners, without all of our fan developers, viewers, people who followed me on X, Insta, TikTok, here on YouTube, people who comment, people who are actively talking in their live chat as we speak. So this is a thank you to y'all, ladies and gentlemen. This is you guys. 100k. I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna take care. Free Palestine, and yeah.